So the more I watch the NFL, the more to me it becomes unfathomable how the 49ers don't win the Super Bowl this year. Like, if anyone else right now but the 49ers are raising the Lombardi Trophy at the end of the season, I mean, I think it's the biggest failure and the biggest letdown since really the 07 Patriots when they were 18-0 and lost to the Giants. Like, that's, I think, how big of a failure and how right now easy of a path it is for the 49ers to win it all. They are the only team I believe in right now in the NFL that can win a Super Bowl. Just, let's start in the NFC. Who scares you in the NFC? Like, seriously. The 49ers right now have the number one seed in the conference. So, assuming they win out, which I think they will, they're going to get a home field, and everyone's going to have to come through Santa Clara to dethrone them. Who is going into San Francisco and beating the 49ers? Cowboys aren't. Eagles aren't. I mean, we saw both those two teams play the 49ers earlier this year. The combined score was 84-29. 84-29. They were outscored by 55 points. The two closest teams to the 49ers and the Cowboys and the Eagles. 55 points. And one of them was on the road in a hostile environment in bad weather in Philly a few weeks ago. So even though they're talented, I don't think right now the Eagles or the Cowboys are on the level of the 49ers. If they meet again, I fully expect a repeat of what we saw the first time. A complete blowout. And so, I mean, no one else in the NFC scares you. Lions, no. In terms of beating the 49ers, no. NFC South, the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield, Falcons, Packers, Rams. No one in the NFC is going into Santa Clara and beating the 49ers. And then, okay, so the path to Vegas, right, the path to the Super Bowl for San Francisco, to me, is very clear and very easy. And then on the other side, like, once you get there, who's beating them? Ravens don't really scare me too much. Lamar Jackson has never been a very good postseason player. And this team is okay. They got a little bit better with that Rams win, but they're not great in close games. Dolphins right now can't beat a good team. Chiefs offense can't get out of first gear. Jaguars, good talent, underwhelm. Bills, I mean, everyone now is telling me that they're the hottest team in the NFL. Watch, that's the team that will play, the Bills. Defense is not very good, and their offense, sure, it can be explosive if they're on the same page, but they've also been wildly inconsistent this year. So who is beating the 49ers in the AFC? I don't see anyone. I don't see anyone on their level whatsoever. So it's like when you look around the league right now, there's been a lot of parity, but there's also been a lot of bad football. There's a ton of backup quarterbacks, and everyone's about average. Like, all the teams we thought would be really good coming into the year, outside of San Francisco, have underwhelmed. And all the teams we didn't think were going to be very good have played better than we thought. But with that said, it's like, okay, the Packers have played better. The Rams have been better. The Colts have been better than we thought. The Browns, right now with 4 different quarterbacks, have been better than we thought. But it's like on the other side, okay, but those teams are not a threat. And, I mean, even the Cowboys, sure, they're 10-3, but blown out by the 49ers. Lost to the Eagles on the road in Philly. Eagles right now have just been... The defense is a mess. Like, that defense is broken beyond repair. Jalen Hurts is banged up. And you're missing right now Shane Steichen calling the plays because the offense is out of whack and inconsistent. So, even some of the really good teams we thought that would be in contention have disappointed, have come back to the pack. So, with all that average football, the more I watch, like each and every week, the more I watch NFL, the more I see the 49ers running away with the Super Bowl. Like, they are right now, if we rank the NFL in tiers, right? Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Tier 1, it's the 49ers and no one else on their tier. Cowboys have the same record. Ravens have the same record. I don't think they've been anywhere near as dominant and consistent as San Francisco has been. No one else is on their tier, and each and every week, all the 49ers do is create more separation from them and everybody else in the NFL. So it's like when you look around, it's like, how do the 49ers not win the Super Bowl? How is this not the year for San Francisco to finally break through and win one? I don't know. I don't know how. And that's why, if they don't do it, if they don't make the Super Bowl, and if they don't win it once they get there, I think it truly is the biggest upset since we saw the Patriots lose to the Giants back in 2007. When they were 18-0, when they blew everybody out, where there was not a team in their way that you thought, no chance they got to beat them. And they got by that front four of the Giants. And that's still, when you think of, upsets, of, some of the best teams to not win a Super Bowl, your brain goes right there to that 18-0 Patriots team. Now, really, 18-1 by the time, obviously going to the game, 18-0. I think this 49ers team is, on that level of in 10 years from now, we're talking about, wow, how did that team not win? It's the 2007 Patriots, and then I think the very next team you list, 2023 San Francisco 49ers, if they can't break through. Part of it is, not just the fact that so much of the league this year is average. It's also, when you look at the 49ers, what is their weakness? If they lose in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl, how? Because I don't really know. Offensively, there's no flaw. Right? This is a team that is second in the NFL in total offense. They are third in rushing offense, third in passing offense, third in points per game. They have, what, the best running back in the game. Right now, with Travis Kelce's decline, best tight end in the game, best do-it-all athlete in the game in Deebo Samuel, best left tackle in the game in Trent Williams. I would argue the best offensive line. Brandon Ayuk is the stud. Brock Purdy's an MVP candidate. And then defensively, by the way, you have a team that is now getting after you. Best linebacker core in the NFL. Number one team in terms of turnover differential. So they're forcing a lot of turnovers, not giving the ball away a ton. Tremendous offensive-minded head coach in Kyle Shanahan. Guys won a lot of playoff games. This team overall has won a lot of playoff games, so they have a lot of playoff experience. They're at home, tremendous home team. Where's the flaw? Where is the flaw that is identifiable with this team right now that is the reason why they are going to lose a playoff game or the reason why an AFC team is going to get them in the Super Bowl? I can't tell you. I can't find one. I can't point it out. Which is why if we are sitting here on February 13th talking about any team but San Francisco not winning the Super Bowl, it is one of the biggest disappointments in NFL history. The 49ers absolutely should win the Super Bowl. I think they will win it. It's a lock for me at this point. And anything else, anyone else winning it, it's one of the biggest disappointments we've ever seen in NFL history.